Did this locker room talk consist of pejorative terms about people of other cultures,
Yes.
including African American or black people,
Yes.
including Hispanic,
Yes.
including Jewish people,
Yes.
including people who are overweight?
Yes.
Are these kinds of negative comments appropriate to make about children with Down syndrome?
Objection form.
We say a lot of inappropriate stuff, all joking around. Not proud of some of the things that I've said before, but...
Okay, then
is
read it out loud
joke
for me, please.
Sure. Whitey, the advantages of being a white man can never be matched. All hail Whitey. Christian is like the Guatemalans of Hispanic people, bottom feeders.
And what is meant by the thumbs up in white and the thumbs down in black?
Joking around, I'm sure.
But what's the symbolic meaning? I'm lost on that one. Does that
remember.
mean white people good, black people bad? Thumbs down?
I don't remember.
You would agree with me, would you not, that that comment's improper?
Inappropriate, yes. Not proud of it.
Okay. The comments that are attributed to you in these text messages that come from phone, from your phone number, include old Jewish women with cancer are my Memorial City specialty. Fat black girls are too. Then there's the term nigger. And then there's the comment, did you cut a check for nigger Chris Smith? Did he say anything else? Then you say golf and baseball are rich white man's and poor Latinos' sport. Hoops are for niggers and white guys that don't have enough eye-hand coordination to hit a baseball or golf ball. Then you say white niggers taking care of business tonight. Are you tracking me? Am I saying anything incorrect about reading from these statements?
A lot of inappropriate locker room talk that I'm not proud of.
So, despite all of these comments in these documents, you are maintaining that you are not racist, correct? Is it your belief that others who share your love of athletics routinely use this kind of commentary?
Objection to form.
Is it your experience that they do?
In my experience, yes.
Will you be able to produce after this deposition text messages and emails from your friends who say things like this?
Sure.
Objection to form.
Can you draw a swastika?
Objection to form.
I don't remember
Take your best
which
shot.
way it looks.
Objection
Take
to
your best
form.
shot.
Objection to form.
Do I have to draw?
Yes.
You said you don't remember.
I didn't.
Thank you. 28 has the words, drop your suit against Anthony, nigger lover 88 with 2 swastikas. Is that your handiwork, sir?
Objection to form.
Never seen this before.
You get text messages from friends that use that term?
Sure.
Are they employed by Memorial Hermann Hospital?
I'd have to look at my phone.
Do you have friends at Memorial Hermann that in fact use that same kind of language?
I'd have to look at my phone.
What about at Team Health?
I'd have to look at my phone.
Well, you're not denying that you do, so my question is, how could your reputation at Memorial Hermann be harmed by your using that kind of terminology if your friends there also use that same kind of terminology?
Objection to form.
I'd have to look back at my phone to look at exact messages and emails.
When you use the term Canadians in a pejorative sense, what do you mean?
That is a reference to African Americans, I believe.
Why are they called Canadians?
I don't know.
So some of your comments in Simon Deposition Exhibit 21 include, I want to be on the boat right now. This is on page, in the summary pages. 4, beautiful Saturday like today, and I'm in the fucking ER taking care of Mexicans and Canadians. Did you mean Mexicans and African Americans?
Most likely.
Is that to you a pejorative term like nigger?
Inappropriate comment.
Was Dr. Mike, excuse my pronunciation, Heyman or Heeman, a doctor who signed your charts?
At some point, yes.
How about Jordan Smith?
At some point, yes.
How do you know Dr. Gary Horn?
We grew up together, went to college together.
When was the last time you saw him?
It's been a while, several months at least.
Does he engage in the same kind of locker room talk that you do?
Yes.
How about Dr. Mike Heeman? Does he do it too?
Yes.
So he uses the same kind of terminology we've just described in your exhibit?
I'd have to look at my phone to see exactly what we've said in the past, but
Yes?
to some extent,
How about Dr. Jordan Smith?
yes.
And so you should have text messages, I take it, from Gary Horn and Jordan Smith and Mike Heeman using the same kind of pejorative descriptions of other cultures in those text messages. Do I have to say the words, or can we agree that they use those same kinds of words?
Possibly. I'd have to look back at all the messages.
Have you guys been hunting lately?
No.
Fishing?
Not for several months.
Do you view them as the same as family members?
Very good friends.
Is it certification or licensure or registration would be the right term to describe your physician's assistant occupation and ability to do that work governmentally? What would you call that?
I have a PA license, and then I'm nationally certified.
Okay, so you have a physician's assistant's license issued by whom?
Texas Medical Board.
And what is it you have that's issued nationally?
A national certification of physician assistants.
Do either of these organizations have ethical rules?
I'm sure they do.
Are you familiar with those ethical rules?
Some of them.
Do those ethical rules forbid your disparaging patients?
I'd have to take a look at the rules.
So you don't know.
Not for certain.
Is it okay, for example, in Simon Deposition Exhibit 21, and you can look at GOL 0000291 in that exhibit, when you say something like that, too damn many man, and you're referring to Mexicans and Canadians, which meant black Americans, or African American individuals. Are those kind of comments inconsistent with the ethical requirements of your profession?
Objection affirmed.
Sounds like just locker room talk, guys joking around.
Well, that may be, but it's directly inquiring of you about your medical services, and you're commenting on who you treated, your patients. You're describing your patients. Is that acceptable to the ethical boards of the Texas Medical Board and the national version of that, who issues your licensure?
You'd have to ask.
Objection affirmed.
You'd have to ask them.
Let's talk again about your understanding of your ethical and rule requirements as a physician's assistant. Before you can dispense medication, to make sure I understand your testimony, you have to have actually physically examined the person to whom you are going to dispense medication, right?
Objection of form.
I'd have to look at the exact Texas Medical Board rules.
You don't know the answer to that?
I don't know all the rules at the Texas Medical Board. It's a lengthy document.
Have you had any communications with any representatives of Memorial Hermann Hospital or Team Health, for that matter, about Mr. communications to them?
Yes.
And can you tell me with whom and on what dates and what was said?
I can't tell you what dates. I'd have to look back at the records. One name that sticks out is Team Health. Her name is Paige Miller.
And you had a conversation with her?
Emails, mainly emails.
And what was the content of those emails, if you can paraphrase?
She sent me an email when she was notified by Memorial Hermann about the communications. That was after the fact that I guess Team Health HR department had a discussion with my supervisors and administration about whether to terminate me or not.
And what was their decision?
They chose not to at this time.
Have you spoken to either you initiating or them initiating anyone else since these allegations, since these emails and perhaps verbal statements by Mr. Bell with Memorial Hermann were made about those statements?
Yes, my supervisor's boss.
And who was that?
Andrea Lowe.
Also with Team Health?
Correct.
And when was that conversation?
Since late last summer.
Can you describe the substance of that conversation?
It was regarding the content of the communications sent by Mr. and the discussions about the repercussions of those communications.
Can you be more specific?
They thought about terminating me, but at that moment they decided not to, since they said I was an upstanding person and employee.
Okay. Did they issue any new restrictions on your employment?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Did they tell you they were going to reduce your salary or compensation as a result?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did they put you on any kind of suspension or probation?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's okay. We'll guide each other down this tunnel. You show me how to disrespect property and con people on the streets, and I'll show you good old-fashioned Southern racism. That was referring to you, wasn't it? As a good old-fashioned Southern racist.
Sounds like I was joking around. Hey, I like using my nigger middle finger. Help me, I've been working at Memorial Hermann Southwest too long.